That's it, guys. I'm really, really sorry. Don't want to go home.
When we got nails, it was kind of like, okay, and then it kind of hits you that you're not in the competition anymore, and then you just feel a bit down to be, like, not involved anymore, because it was a great experience, boot camp. So.
But the judges had other ideas about letting these 5 boys go.
Zayn Malik, Liam Payne, Harry Styles, Sophia Wardman and Rebecca Crichton.
When we were getting called up onto the stage, we were kind of looking at each other like, this is a little bit weird, because then we seen the 4 girls on the other side and we was a bit like, okay.
Hello.
Like looking at each other like it could kind of put it together that we might be getting put together as a group, so we were just kind of half hoping that that was going to be the case, and it was.
We think it would be a great idea to have 2 separate groups.
We've decided to put you both through to the judges.
This might sound really weird, but I almost thought it was kind of a better feeling of not getting through, so you're like, oh, okay, not through, got it, like, and then they go, actually, only kidding, we're going to put you in a band, and you're like, oh. Like, it's, you know, kind of like we got a no and then got a yes. That yes meant even more than maybe it might have meant. Do you know what I mean?
So the hundreds of Bay out with Simon and Sunita.
Do we have a second outfit?
No. One Direction were due to perform for Simon for the first time as a group.
We almost felt like we had nothing to lose. We'd already got a no, and then this was like, you know, we're trying out the band, and everything just seemed to fit into place and work.
You can never see his eyes, though, so he just kind of sits there like stone-faced.
Nothing left, I used to cry. My conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn.
When we sat down as a group and really reflected on how the performance went, we were quite confident. We thought that we'd done as well as we could, so then, you know, if that wasn't good enough, then, you know, maybe we weren't meant to be a group.
At Cheryl's house,
I'd actually had the discussion that if Simon says you're a risk, you've got a good chance of going through, because it's one of his favourite words.
My head is saying it's a risk.
And I remember we were all looking at each other like...
And my heart is saying that you deserve a shot.
Then he like waited for ages, and then the battery died on the camera, and then we had to wait for longer, and then it came back on, and then he was like, so I've gone with my heart.
You're through.
as One Direction started the live finals, they couldn't believe what was happening to them.
The other groups and the other acts had longer to us to understand, you know, what kind of artists they were. But we didn't really struggle to get on as a group or even work, you know, musically as artists together. Everything just seemed to just fit into place. It was really weird. We're very lucky.
You look like you were meant to be together as a group. You look fantastic.
In the 5th week, they put in one of their most exciting performances with their version of Kids in America.
Doing Kids in America for us was a bit different to the songs that we'd done on the show previously, because it was just completely about like having fun, the songs about having fun.
That was, without question, your best performance by a mile.
Having Simon as a mentor was just great. To have him like on your side and kind of giving you like his opinion, having it straight from him is like something that not a lot of people get the chance to have.
One Direction continued to impress as weeks went by, and they made it all the way to the final 4. First day of the final weekend, the acts got a chance to feel what it was like to be a superstar by performing with their heroes. One Direction were joined by Robbie Williams.
So we were halfway through the song and we invited Robbie Williams on stage and said in a really Yorkshire voice, I remember that, here he is, Robbie Williams! And he came in, and just as the doors opened and he looked so confident and we were all just so, you know, in awe of him. He was just like, he was the man.
When you get to where you want to go, and you know the things you want to know, I've got 12 months to take that, and then I'm having 3 years of One Direction.
As the final weekend went into its second day, another act had to leave the competition. This time, it was One Direction.
Going into the live shows, just kind of wanted to take it week by week, and then before we knew it, it was like the last day, and it was just an incredible feeling for us.
Nothing's fine, I'm sore. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel.
We thought it was such a proud achievement when you think of all the hundreds of thousands of people who auditioned for the show, and then we were there in the final 3. And when we really looked back and reflected on it, we were pretty happy.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for One Direction.
I think anyone like better could have won. He had faultless vocal every week, incredible, couldn't happen to a nicer guy.